I'm talking about the daughter of not Son. Who was we? Archie Moore.
Oh, J. Marie.
Yeah.
She's cool. Oh, here we go. It's starting. It's starting. Let me put my theme song on.
Shut up, Bruce Gas, aka Toka
Here we go. It's starting.
You know I had to drop a track for my boy.
Let him on there. Let him come rolling
Your
in.
rapping boys out here telling favors. I'm the hardest young nigga. Signed to no label. Hey, Bruce Gas putting them fights on the table. Calling that Boston since Kane versus Abel. Smoking so much gas, you would think that shit was fatal. On the people's champion like Muhammad Ali. Shout out Bruce Gas. One day we gon' meet. Yeah, we gon' blow it down. We gon' smoke hella weed. Yeah, we gon' blow it down. Take a hit.
Tim, we see a close up. Everybody's close up over here.
Little Glock on my side, but it hit just like Isaac Cruz. Shout out Mad Chad, real shit. That's my fucking dude. We always cooking on the panel.
My theme
Straps my
song.
side, I ain't talking about no sandal. Bruce passing, I light it like a candle. Hey, non-stop bars, man, I always spit flames.
We're close up today, man. Let's see what it looks like if I do this. No, that's not good.
Feel like Bruce Gas always got a different strain. Bitch, you ain't like me, you can never feel my pain. You win and you lose, well, this the fight game. Don't beef on the net and the shit won't change. Said that on the stream, gotta do it for the game. Said that on the stream, gotta do it for the chat.
Alright.
I ain't undisputed. Yeah, hold on, I ain't undisputed, but I want all the straps.
Here we are. Good evening, everybody. This is Bruce Gas, Boxing, Jazz, and More. We're here on the eve of the day that the coroner said Sonny Liston died. I've got my good friend Terrible Tim Witherspoon, who comes and joins me, man, two-time former heavyweight champion of the world, and not too many people can say that. And I got Paul Gallender. Paul Gallender is an author. He's been studying Sonny Liston for over 20 years, and over 40 years. The brain, as we get older, the brain shrinks and the information kind of dissipates really fast. But I'm trying to hang in with you scholars. But anyway, man, this is supposedly the anniversary of Sonny Liston's passing, and I mean, Sonny Liston is the mystery man of boxing. There's so many stories about him, and Paul has written the biography. He's got an amazing book out there. And Paul, how come you came here tonight? What's up, brother? Tell us about a little bit about Sonny Liston.
Actually, I'm in Vegas now, and so I went to his grave for the first time since 2014. That was the year that he got inducted into the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame, and I had the honor of bringing with me his son, William Wingate, Bill Wingate, who has since passed on, and my good friend Johnny Burrell. He's a tremendous videographer, and he photographed and did a video of Bill at his father's gravesite, and it was highly emotional. And so I just figured today would be a good time to say hello to my old friend, and that I'm doing what I can to restore his legacy to the prominence where it belongs, which, as far as I'm concerned, is the only person I think who stood a reasonable chance of beating him at anywhere near his best was Muhammad Ali. And of course, Muhammad Ali did, although those two fights did not reflect the ability of Sonny Liston. They began to reflect the ability of Muhammad Ali when he was Cassius Clay. Yeah, and you're right. I've been researching the man continuously since 1978. I published my book, my biography.
Oh, that's nice.
Which is a great read. I published it in 2012, and I produced a second edition with new information 2 years ago in 2022. And you say he's a mystery.
That's nice.
He was.
You look below. You can click the link. There's a click the link to go to Amazon there if you want to purchase Paul's novel, Paul's biography. I keep calling it a novel.
Sonny Liston. Woo!
Yeah, please don't.
And man, before we get too ahead, I got terrible Tim Witherspoon over here, a two-time heavyweight champion of the world, brother. Tim, when you fought a little bit after Sonny Liston, but were they talking about Sonny Liston at gym? Some of them old timers.
I was a lot past him, I think. Well, little years, yeah. No, the talk was him, Jimmy Young, Joe Frazier, even guys younger than that. You used to hear about it all the time.
But did they talk about what a wrecking ball Sonny was?
Oh no, yeah, I know all those inside stories about maybe the mob has had some interest in him, and he was involved or something like that. I just seen him fighting as a young man, seeing him fighting and stuff, and then thought about, hey, him dealing with that type of people. I said, wow, they say he said that. I mean, they say that he does that and all that, and that's how mean and tough he is. That's what made him. So so that's that. I don't know. I think I might have
You,
met him one time.
you've seen a lot of Sonny Liston fights, man.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
How would you have fought Sonny Liston? Because that big wrecking ball jab, I mean, it was different than Larry Holmes' jab.
Yeah, he was strong. He was
How do
strong.
you?
I don't know. You trying to put me up against a legend.
Well, you're a legend
He's a
yourself.
tough guy to beat. You just got to be in shape. You have to be. I feel that we do a whole lot more different um, um, movements than they did back in the day. Back in the day, it is good to relax and throw your punches. But nowadays, hey, everything is fast. The old timers they slow and deliver their punches. So um, I don't know.
That would have been an interesting fight, though. What do you think,
Yeah.
Paul? Terrible Tim and Sonny Liston.
Oh, that's a tough.
Um,
That's a tough
for
fight.
some
That's
reason, I
man.
can't hear Tim. I can hear you. I cannot hear anything that he's saying.
Oh
Oh,
God.
oh man. Maybe if you leave and come back in, sometimes that does it.
Oh yeah.
I wonder because I can hear you.
And you
Well,
can't
I'll do
hear.
that.
Wow.
He couldn't hear us talking, man. That's messing the show.
Okay, I'll leave and come back in. All right.
Yeah, give
Yeah,
it.
I used to hear a lot about Sonny Liston when I was coming up. I always had respect for him, how tough he was, and all the other stuff that went along with his life, the alleged mafia stuff, and
Oh yeah. That was
you
real.
hear all the stories about it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm right there in the middle of it down there in Philly. Witness a lot of those things, down there. So it's kind of
Paul. Paul studied all about that. All those mafia names, man.
oh yeah,
Winky, Frankie Cabo, Winky Palermo. I mean,
yeah.
they ran boxing. You had to work with those guys back then. And let me shout out who came in here to see us over here, man. I see Tony Boswell just bopped in. My brother, salute to you, Tony. Tony, I'm making some killer edibles. I'm gonna have to send you some, brother. Let me own you, man. Salute to you, man. Daniel Berry, thank you for coming in here. Christopher, my brother. Mr. Dads, Mr. Pet. That's Pigeon. Pigeon, behave yourself in here, man. I don't want to see any any. Let's see if Paul gonna come back again.
Yeah, I can hear him now.
You hear this? I can see you.
Is he? Could he hear us?
Yeah, now I can hear you, Tim.
Oh,
All right, man.
that usually works.
We're cooking with gas now. We're cooking with gas. So you know what I'll do? I'm gonna start this trivia game. Hey, my sister Green Eyes Peace. Salute to you, man. Thanks for coming by. I'm gonna start the trivia game, and like I said, Paul, I got this off of the internet. I copied and pasted it from different trivia sites, and I'm not gonna be offended if you tell me they're bullshit and they're wrong.
No,
So
there's
let
a
me.
lot of misinformation out there. You just reprinted it.
Let me see how I'm going to get this set up here. See if I can do it like this. Yeah, the three of us on the side, and here we go, man. This should. Oh, it's got. We got a 2-minute countdown, so we can keep it going, man. Liston Unfiltered Boxing page. Another guy in here. He says, very interesting. My friend Paul Gallender, one of my favorite fighters, Tim Witherspoon. All right, man.
Sport. Sports Illustrated, huh?
Green Eyes P says it all, man. Please hit the like button on the way in. What that does is it gets the show out into the YouTube pages, people's pages, and then you get more people to come in here. And you're in for an education, if nothing else, today. Because I thought that I knew a little bit about Sonny Liston, and I sent Paul the questions, and he said, "Oh, most of them are wrong." So I said, "Oh boy, here we go." But like I said earlier,
No,
I don't mind being corrected whatsoever.
I don't mind correcting people.
On the day of Sonny Liston's death, did he actually die on this day, or was that just the day the coroner said he died?
It probably was December 30th. Yeah.
That's the day.
And that's the day he was murdered. There was nothing natural about his death. And anyone who thinks he committed suicide is misguided. And particularly, a lot of people repeat the rumor that Geraldine Liston had something to do with Sonny Liston's death. And that is so preposterous. I mean, she loved him as much as probably a woman could love a man. And sometimes I wonder why, because he was not a very faithful husband.
I only heard that she came home and found him dead in the bedroom, and the place stunk already because he'd been dead.
He had been dead a week, yeah.
So
and
when did she come home?
On January 5th, the evening of January 5th. And the thing of it is, people knew Sonny was dead. The police or the sheriff's department knew he was dead. Two people saw his body with a needle in his arm.
Wow.
And that was his housekeeper, Mildred Stevenson, who was also Lem Banker's housekeeper. Lem Banker told me about that. And at the request of Geraldine, Johnny Tocco, on the morning of January 1st, on New Year's Day, he went over to the house, couldn't get in, called the police and the sheriff's department. They got into the house. The front room was in disarray. There had been a major struggle. And they both saw Sonny in his bedroom with a needle in his arm.
Wow.
Lem Banker told Mildred, "Don't do anything, leave the place, lock the door." She saw him on New Year's Eve night. And then the following morning, Johnny Tocco saw him along with some police. And if the police had at that point said, "Oh, okay, well, he's dead, we're going to have to go public with this," there would have been an investigation, because the house was in disarray. There was no way in the world that something hadn't taken place. And there was never an investigation into how he died. Never. Because they didn't give a shit.
Wow.
Nobody did. You know, a lot of police thought, their attitude was, well, he was a bad N-word that got what was coming to him. And you know, to be laying there for 7 days with his body badly decomposed, it almost broke. It almost split in half when they tried to load him into a body bag. And for a guy who faced so many indignities and insults in his life, I mean, I can't imagine a more undignified way to go out than the way that he went out. And it pisses me off to this day. Pisses me off.
Let me start this.
That's the first time in my life I heard that.
Me too, man. The
only person who knows it is me. It's in my book. And I got lucky. I got very lucky to find out a lot of the things I found out about Sonny Liston, including what happened in Lewiston at the Ali rematch. And but I'm confident that I've solved all of the major mysteries about Sonny: his birth, his death, how he died, and of course, what happened in the two Ali fights. You know, I can't say for sure the exact day when he was born, but I'm almost certain that he was born prior to 1920.
We'll shoot out some rudimentary questions here, and we'll see how the people watching us see what they know about him. What was Sonny Liston's full name? One, was it Samuel L. Liston? Two, Robert T. Liston? Three, James C. Liston? Or four, Charles L. Liston?
Yeah, Charles L. Liston. I'm not sure what the L was for, but it may be that there were two Liston children with the name of Charles.
I couldn't find it either. You know what I did find? I found one name that he had. It was going by. It was Charles Liston Charles. Did you ever hear that one? I'm sure you did.
No.
That wasn't. I think that was.
I don't know what the middle initial was.
The 1923 Arkansas census, the town that he lived in. We'll see how many people got this one right. 100%. Well, that's because Paul gave it away, but that doesn't matter.
No, give people credit. I don't think.
And we'll get to question number 2. In which year did Sonny Liston win the world heavyweight title? 1, was it 1970? 2, 1965? 3, 1962? Or 4, 1958? Paul, let these guys answer it first, and then you can when the window closes, you can give the right answer.
I doubt anyone will get this one wrong.
Well, you never know, man. Although you are right. Sometimes I get some I had to get 50 questions up here, and it was kind of tough. So I had to get some rudimentary ones, but we'll see. Sometimes the ignorance in here surprises me. Sometimes the brilliance in here baffles me. Prince Charles Tampon. Holy Christ, we got some characters in here tonight. The window's closed. Okay, man, let's see. Was it A, B, C, or D? We're going to have 100% correct on this one. Paul, what year was it?
Oh, yeah. 1962, September 25th.
Okay, the correct answer is answer number 3. Only 25% got that one right.
Oh, no.
50% said 1965. 25% said 1968. Dude, I'm telling you, man.
I didn't think anyone would.
Well, not everybody is a Sonny Liston aficionado like yourself, man.
But it's boxing. It's heavyweight championship.
Who did Sonny Liston defeat to become the heavyweight champion? 1, was it Muhammad Ali? 2, was it Joe Frazier? 3, was it George Foreman? Or 4, was it Floyd Patterson?
Floyd Patterson, I think. Yeah.
What do you mean you think? Come on. You know that.
Hey, I've been...
Paul, you got to loosen up, man. This is not Brown University. This is not Yale. This is more like Long Island Community College in here, brother,
Well, I'm speaking with a 2-time heavyweight champion. You should know.
I'm guessing Floyd Patterson.
Tim smokes a lot of weed. That's why his memory isn't as good as it should be.
Hey,
yeah, I'm stopping this.
Be.
I do, and that's it. The New Year's, not even the New Year. I just had a load of beer and stuff like that.
All right, we got 100%.
I got to get in shape.
100% got Floyd Patterson on that one.
Yeah, that's right.
How tall was Sonny Liston? 1, was he 6'7"? 2, was he 6'4"? 3, was he 6'1"? Or 4, was he 5'10"?
Oh.
I see the
6'1". 6'1".
Mazik, salute to you, man. My brother Skywalker, Money Mitch, Jose Diaz, Prince Charles Tampon, Green Eyes P. We got a bunch of them coming here. Cosmic One, salute my brother. Welcome to the trivia game. I got the Sonny Liston expert in here, and I got the 2-time heavyweight champion of the world, man. How lucky can I get? Art Garfunkel, Art, salute to you for coming in here, man. Welcome to the trivia game. That's it. The window's closed. All right. How tall was Sonny Liston, Paul?
Technically, from everything I've read, he was 6 feet a half inch. So 6'1" would be the correct answer.
All right, man. How many number 3s we got in there?
Ooh.
84% got it right, man. 17% said 5'10".
Okay.
Okay.
I know. I heard he was a little bit taller than that.
Where was Sonny Liston born? One, was it Texas? Two, was it Missouri? Three, was it Georgia? Or four, is it Arkansas?
Mm. I'm lost with that one.
See, Paul, I tell you, some of these simple ones not that simple unless you're really
Oh, no,
making.
I understand.
But
I
I mean,
understand.
for a cat like you, it's like oh home, like it's almost like a yawn. But it is pretty challenging out here. I'm seeing a lot of threes. I'm seeing some fours. They're in the right direction anyway, the right part of the country.
Yeah.
Hey, happy birthday, Layla Ali, today too.
Oh yeah, I wish her a happy birthday.
Yeah. Happy birthday, champ.
The correct answer. Tell him, Paul. Tell him.
Forest City,
Uh-oh,
Forest City.
Arkansas.
Number four, the correct answer. What was it? 50? Only 59% got that one right. 40% said Georgia. 10% said Missouri. Well,
Uh-oh.
this is an education. It's a fun game and it's an education. When we get to question number 10, we'll go to the leaderboard and see how people are doing. Where was Sonny Liston buried? 1, Potter's Field. 2, Paradise Memorial Gardens. 3, Gates of Heaven Cemetery. 4, Arlington National Cemetery. Where was Sonny Liston buried?
Uh-oh. We in trouble.
What do you think, Tim?
I don't know. Um, I don't know. I never thought of that. I know they had, shows and stuff and about him, but
We're seeing all right, the window's closed. Paul, where's Sonny Liston buried?
Paradise Gardens, although it's now Davis Memorial Funeral Park.
yeah, I would have never figured that out.
I would have never. I would have guessed Paradise Gardens. I've read that in Vegas, but I didn't know it was changed. So
yeah, his birthstone. I mean, his gravestone is the smallest one they offer. It's about 2 feet by 1.5 feet. But that was what he wanted.
Oh wow!
63% got that one. The next question. Sonny Liston lost his first fight against Muhammad Ali in which round? 1, was it between the 6th and 7th? 2, was it between the 5th and 6th? 3, was it the 9th round? Or 4, was it the 3rd round?
People should get this one correct.
Yeah, I never thought of that. I just watched the action.
All right, if we don't see 100% on there, I'm going to have to do a bomb. That's all there is to
it. I never thought of that. What round? Because you see the videos.
Well, see, a lot of people, boxing historians are a rare thing these days. So guys like Paul, we think they're common, but you'd be surprised how many people have lost so much touch with fighters like Sonny Liston and fighters from the past. That's why it's my job to bring it up here, make it fun. Paul, what's the correct answer? Number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4.
Let's see. What was the question again? Oh, between the 6th and 7th.
Between the
thing is, the question is improperly worded.
Ooh.
Muhammad Ali did not beat Sonny Liston for the title. He defended it. On February 25th, 1964, Sonny Liston fought Cassius Clay. It's just the way it is.
Ooh, I guess he told you.
Hey, like
on February 26th, Bruce, he changed his name to Cassius X, and then about 7 or 8 days later, he was given the name of Muhammad Ali. But Cassius Clay won the title, technically.
Uh-oh. Hey, that's gonna give us both a buzz, man. That's gonna give us both both.
What controversial event occurred during Sonny Liston's rematch with Ali? 1, the ring collapsed. 2, referee error, 3, the phantom punch, or 4, illegal gloves?
I'm lost with that one too.
Oh, come on, Tim. Think about it.
Well, nobody told me this was going to be the category. You know,
Oh, no,
but
don't
I
feel
know
bad.
over
But you could
history.
figure what phrase out of those 4 have you heard before?
The ring collapse, ring error,
I
the
think
phantom punch,
I heard
or
the ring collapse.
Nope.
oh, the window's closed. No more votes. I'm seeing 2 and 4. I'm seeing you can only vote one number.
You're
Phantom.
not seeing 3?
Well, I'm seeing no only
The Phantom
78%.
Punch. Oh, the Phantom Punch.
78% got that one right. Money and Green Eyes P were the first 2 on there. 23% said ring error. It was known for the
You know,
Phantom Punch, number 3. Tell us,
technically, though,
a little about that Phantom.
technically there was referee error because Jersey Joe Walcott, as great a fighter as he was, he had no business refereeing that fight. He was a celebrity referee.
Right.
He could not control Muhammad Ali in that fight.
Mm.
Barney Felix said, who refereed their first fight, he said, if I had been in the ring refereeing that fight and Ali refused to go to a neutral corner as he was supposed to, he would have disqualified him and given the fight to Sonny, which would have probably ended boxing and resulted in some people dying in
Wow.
Lewiston, Maine. Yeah. Now he I don't know why he
I can
found it
imagine.
beyond his wherewithal to get him to and the reason he couldn't get him to a corner is Ali, as soon as he hit him, he knew that his punch had nothing to do with Liston going down. If you recall, in almost every fight where Ali has knocked somebody down, he stood over him and put his hands up, which I thought was not good sportsmanship. But what does he do with Sonny Liston? He starts screaming at him, "Get up, you yellow bum. Nobody will believe this." And of course, at the time, nobody did. So, yeah, there was referee error, but the phantom punch. And there was a punch. Don't let anybody tell you there wasn't a punch. It was a 6-inch punch. It didn't land on his temple. It didn't land on his temple. I think it landed on his cheekbone. But Tim, have you ever seen any fighter fall down the way Sonny Liston fell down in the Ali rematch?
Well, I look at that fight a lot. I did look at it a lot. And it was like a whole lot of other people felt the same way I did. Um, I mean, it looked to me that he didn't hit him hard. I mean, I don't know what happened there. That's what it looked like. And a lot of people feel that way. So my opinion is just
Angelo Dundee swears it was that anchor punch. And
okay.
I mean, so much controversy.
This is Tim. Have you watched the 2 fights between Liston and Cleveland Williams?
No, I did. I remember watching those fights, but never really paid a lot of attention. I did pay attention just a little bit. You remember them? You remember those fights more than I do. I did maybe watch it for a little bit, and then
someday we got to come on. Someday we got to come on and play some of those fights, and we can have Paul comment on them, and Tim can chop them down. Tim can chop them down technically. But anyway, the next question, man. What was Sonny's professional boxing record? 1, was he 55 wins and 3 losses? 2, the window's already closed. 2, 50 wins, 4 losses. 3, 48 and 5. 4, 45 and 6. What was Sonny's professional record? What was it, Paul?
50 and 4.
50 wins and 4 losses, number 2. Let's see how many people got that one right. 63% got that one right. All right, man.
Yeah, he lost. You want the background on that? Because I think it was his 8th professional fight or so, he lost to Marty Marshall in a highly controversial fight. The one that Sonny started laughing at Marshall. Marshall hit him and broke his jaw. He fought most of the fight with his jaw broken.
Who did, Sonny?
2 of the judges. gave the fight to Marty Marshall, the referee scored it 77-70 in favor of Liston.
Who fought with a broken jaw? Marty Marshall or Liston?
Liston fought with the broken jaw. And you know what's funny? A lot of people will say, oh my, how good was Sonny Liston? A light heavyweight, which was, Marty Marshall was like 180 pounds. If Marty Marshall could break his jaw, wow, how could he have been such a tough guy? Well, if you get hit with your mouth open, I could probably break both of you guys' jaws if your mouth was open.
Right.
Not that I would try. I'd probably break my hand as well. But yeah, he fought the same as Ali fought in that first Norton fight. Most of the fight with his jaw broken, which is such a courageous thing to do. I mean, both of those guys, they fought in a lot of pain in those two fights.
All right, man. Let me get to question number 10. Sonny Liston. Sonny is listed as died on December 30th of what year? Let's see if you've been paying attention. 1, is it 1975? 2, is it 1972? 3, is it 1970? Or 4, is it 1968? And it's today. And what year was it? I see them answers rolling in here. What year did Sonny Liston die?
68. I don't know. 68.
Close.
Okay.
Oh, close if you had a hand grenade. If you had a dot, back of the line.
70.
It was 1970.
1970. The correct answer. How many people got that one right? Let's see. Let's see if they've been paying attention. We don't have to pay nothing else in here. Just give us a thumbs up. We got 80, 84, 80 something percent. I can't even see that the screen over there.
I think it's 88.
88. 1970. That was a good year for me. I got my I turned 16 that year. What could be better than that? Who was Sonny's first trainer? 1, was it Father Edward Schulterman? 2, was it Eddie Futch? 3, was it Customato? Or 4, Angelo Dundee? What was the first pronunciation again, Paul?
Schlatman. He was one of the prison chaplains at Jefferson City Prison.
But don't give it away. Don't give it away. I'm seeing. I know you weren't born yet. I mean, nobody was born yet back then. Okay, the window's closed. Who was it, Paul? Was that worded correctly?
I think it was
none of the above.
Nah.
None of the above.
Might be right.
Who was his first trainer?
He knows, yeah. Oh, I don't.
Well, he had several early trainers. Monroe Harrison was probably the most prominent. There was a guy, Tony Anderson, in prison who trained him. And then in 1958, when the mob moved him to Philadelphia, he turned his training over to Willie Reddish.
Okay, Willie Reddish.
None of those answers. Yeah.
Well, where did I get where did I get the first guy?
Well, like I say, he was one of the priests at Jefferson City Prison, and there's a picture of Sonny at a table after he beat Patterson the first time, and behind him are priests, Father Stevens, Father Murphy from Denver, and I think Father Schlatman was also in that photo, and they were all wearing buttons like I think it said "I love Sonny," and did they take a lot of flack from that? They took flack. So, but this is what I mean when I say that there's an awful lot of misinformation out there that people have about Sonny Liston. I mean, if you go to Wikipedia, you're not going to get the whole truth.
AI is even worse. Anyway, let's look at the standings of the game we got going on. Money Mitch, 11 correct. I thought we only did 10 questions. I guess we did 11 questions.
Yeah, this was 11. This last.
Marzegas got 9 correct. My brother Christopher, Irish boxing with 7. Jose Diaz has got 7. Liston unfit boxing page, 6 correct. My sister Green Eyes Peas from across the bay with 6. Art Garfunkel Art with 5. D-Ray on the drive, 5. Paul Driscoll. Paul Driscoll from Facebook, my brother. J. Marie Moore's over here playing too. See, I wasn't even paying attention to Facebook, man. Yeah, you should be on the panel, J. Marie, but I hate to impose on people. Paul was on here, but he didn't get to talk last time. I figured I'd see if I get him back up here. But, I imposed on you twice in the past couple of weeks. I said, damn, but you want to come on? I don't know if I could get you on here. Yeah, I could.
Yeah, because I'm not going to be long. I'm not going to be long.
But I don't know how to send it to.
Yeah, I know. You. While you in motion of this show, right?
Well, maybe I can. Let me see if this will work. Let me see if I can. Let me see if it'll paste. Nope, that's a drunk Irishman's email.
How's he doing? How's he doing?
I'm surprised he's not here. Let me see. Let's see. Let's see if this will get you here. I'm gonna cut J. Marie. I'm gonna drop this.
He used to come on our show all the time.
I'm gonna drop this in the Facebook link, and let's see if that'll get you on here, and we'll resume the game. And man, once again, it just gets more and more royalty up here. Let's see what's going on. No. Just send that. Just send it to J. Marie Moore. I'm just trying to drop that in the. Okay, there you go. This J. Marie, this should get you somewhere on Facebook. I don't know how, but I think it will. Either in your private email or on the Facebook page. And it's starting to bug me now, so I'm just gonna let's see if you can get up here. But anyway, man, let's resume this game here. Let's see if we still got any people watching us over here. We got the Facebook crew. I got the champ over there flexing up. Looks like he's getting ready. Resume the game. Question number 12. Which crime led to Sonny Liston's being incarcerated as a young man? 1, was it manslaughter? 2, was it fraud? 3, was it assault? Or 4, was it armed robbery? Let's see how many correct answers we get on this one. They're up there. What do you say, Tim? You want to put your answer in?
Yeah, I'm lost in space with these here.
Okay, Paul. Windows closed. What was he incarcerated for as a young man?
Armed robbery.
Armed robbery. Yep.
Number 4, armed robbery. Trick question. Green Eye.
Wasn't real good at it.
Trick question. 50% got that one right. Next. What was Sonny's reach? 1, was it 86 inches? 2, 84 inches? 3, 81 inches? Or 4, 78 inches? He had a big wingspan.
Somebody said that, yeah. These kind of questions, they're a little close. I can't answer some of them.
I know, you got to be a
reach.
Tim, what's your reach?
76, a little bit, 76 and a half, something like that.
So let's see what Sonny's reach was. We're getting the votes. I'm getting a lot of different guesses for this one. What's the correct answer, Paul?
84.
84. Number 2, 84 inches.
Now, keep in mind, he was 72 and a half inches tall. So his reach was basically a foot longer than his height,
Mm.
which is remarkable. I mean, nobody had a body like that. Nobody.
They said he had big.
Oh, he had huge 15.5-inch fists. And his fingers
Oh
were
yeah,
so
his fist.
long that in reality, if you take a 1/2 inch off of each hand, because his fingers were probably a 1/2 inch longer, his reach effectively was probably 83 inches. But they measure it from fingertip to fingertip, which was 84. And I love how some people like to say, oh, I had a computer program and I saw it was 77.5.
Mm.
People do not want to give this man his props. They do not want to. And the only reason I can think of is, and I've noticed this for decades, that to say something good about Sonny Liston, a lot of Ali fans think you're insulting him. I'm telling you, which is ludicrous.
Which
No
year?
one had more respect for Sonny Liston than Muhammad Ali. I can guarantee you that.
What year was Sonny inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame? 1, was it 2000? 2, 1995? 3, 1991? Or 4, 1985? Tim, you can take a guess. Paul, you can't take a guess till after the polls close. Or not take a guess, but give us the correct answer. What do you think, Tim?
I don't know.
Well, remember, the
Yeah,
International Boxing Hall of Fame opened up in 1991, I believe, right?
but
So,
I think so, yeah.
so let's guess and see if he would be in the inaugural class. And I'm going to go on a limb, and I would say number 3. I wanted to go that year too when it opened up.
1991.
I was reading KO Ring Magazine. They're all talking about this place in Canastota, New York, this Mecca, and I just couldn't go. I was too high, whatever. But this year Big Paz is going in, and I want to go.
At least you're honest.
Let's see how many correct answers we got here. Oh man, I got the game on pause. What am I doing over here? People have a long time to vote on this one. The polls are still open. We gave you the answer. Tim should definitely be in the hall.
One day.
Yep.
One day.
We'll get you there.
Yep, one day.
They'll smarten up. WBA and WBC, 2 separate occasions. I mean, just the length of your career alone.
Yep, WBC, WBA. I didn't get the IBF.
North American, US title, USBA, NABF. When they meant something.
Yep.
All right, the correct answer, 88%, 1991. Money got that one, and who was that in there? My brother Chris, first 2. Question number 15.
Correct, too.
What song did Sonny Liston walk out to before many of his fights? 1, No Music. 2, My Way. 3,
I'm lost on that one.
4, Cherokee. What song did
Jailhouse Rock.
What was Sonny's ring entrance music? 1, did he have no music? 2, did he use Sinatra's My Way? 3, Elvis's Jailhouse Rock? Or 4, Charlie Parker's Cherokee?
I'm lost.
Well, not a lot of people out there lost, man. They're all getting the same answer right, man. Sonny didn't have no damn music.
Yep.
You said Sunday they had no damn music, huh?
Oh man, I mean, Sonny was a different. Sonny had a character about him where he scared people. He intimidated people. You know, he didn't want no music. That was gay, man. He didn't want no freaking reporters around him. How many got this
Well,
one
I
right?
think back then, I don't think that they played music when they were walking into the ring. You know, well, everybody got that right.
Everybody got that right. I think Larry Holmes made it famous with the "Ain't No Stopping Us Now." What was the name of the Look magazine story written about Sonny in 1964? One, was it The Lonely Man? Two, was it The Big Bear? Three, was it Sundown? Or four, was it King of the Beasts?
Don't look at me.
That was a good article too. It was a very good article.
Don't look at me. I'm out of that one. Yeah.
This is the history, though, man. This is what made him so controversial. This was one of the things, man. Even the magazines wouldn't leave him alone. What was it, Paul? What was the name of this article in Look magazine?
King of the Beasts.
Want to elaborate on this one a bit?
Everyone was afraid of Sonny, and he was called a lot of names. He was called a gorilla. He was called King Kong. There were, in one of my chapters, there's like 25 different descriptions of him, almost all of which are not flattering, some of which were accurate. But yeah, at the end of that interview, Sonny said, "Yeah, so who's King of the Beasts?" And his family said, "You are definitely King of the Beasts." That was, if you ever see that article in Look magazine, the photos in there's a lot of family photos. And this was, I think the interview took place in November of 1963. And Sonny was very, very happy. There was no doubt in his mind he was going to kill young Cassius Clay. And that's why he didn't train.
Oh, all that confidence. Okay.
Oh my God, yeah.
How many times did Sonny Liston successfully defend his heavyweight title? One, was it twice? Two, three times? Three, once? Or four, never? What do you think, Tim? For a man who's got so much weight as Sonny Liston, how many title defenses do you think he made?
I haven't. I would say, I don't know, 2.
It's two.
I don't know.
Hey man, that's a
Let me
trivia
do
game.
my research.
Well, over here, it's even better. You can learn and have a good time. Paul, how many?
Just once.
Just one.
Just once. Against Floyd Patterson. He knocked him down 2 more times. The fight lasted 4 more seconds.
The correct answer, 3. Only 43% got that one. 43% said twice. 15% said 3 times. And 43% said once.
Hey, Bruce, I'm going to go. I need to go get my phone cord to plug this in. I'll be right back.
All right, bro. We put it on pause. Maybe Jay Marie will bop in here. Who knows, man? Who knows? But this is question number 39 here. We'll put it on pause, but you got a lot of yes, man. What was the cause of Sonny Liston's death listed as? And we talked about that too, man. Was it listed as 1, an overdose, 2, a homicide, 3, a heart attack, or 4, a car accident? What do you think, Tim?
Chemicals or something. They overdose, something like that. Right?
That's what I would say. Well, that's what they listed it as. Paul's going to come back and tell us what really happened.
Yeah, he seems like he knows some stuff too.
Oh man, he knows Sonny Liston from A to Z. That's why I wanted to get him on here, and I said, hey, if some of these questions are wrong, if they're worded wrong, then you can correct us, you can tell us, and he's doing it, man, with grace and style. You know, I hope Jay Marie comes up here. I gave it a link to get in here, and
I can't stay really long.
That's all right, brother. You know, you graced the joint up. I told you.
Yeah,
You come in there with that handsome 67-year-old pussy of yours. Give us a big smile.
I'm looking at the time. Hold on, my eyesight. Oh yeah. No. Okay.
Paul,
All right.
in and out.
cause of Sonny's death. We already did this one, so let's see how many people. Let's see how many people were paying attention.
So you have to go like how many more to get to what, 20 or 30?
Yeah, they were all about a minute, and then they got the thing, man. And now, like that one just ended. I have no control over it. The computer takes the thing over. I just have to put the punches in there, sit here, the right buttons, make sure we don't say nothing the FCC will disapprove of, and bango.
Okay.
But the correct answer. How many people got that? Only 50%. 50% said heart attack.
Yeah, it was ruled a heart attack, but Sonny was murdered, and he was murdered. They overpowered him. There were 5 or 6 mob guys there, overpowered him, and once they had him subdued, they gave him a hot dose,
Right,
and that killed him.
Wow.
But it was listed as a heart attack. It wasn't listed as an overdose.
Well, that's what they're saying. He got an OD.
Well, you know, his body was so badly decomposed, it was very difficult to run the test. But he had some heart problems, so that's what the coroner ruled. Because there was no way in hell that was going to be investigated as a murder. Because that would have been big news all over the country for a long time. They would have never solved the case. You know, back then, the sheriff's department in Las Vegas and the mob, they had a very cozy relationship, you know. So, yeah, that was what the autopsy came up with, a heart attack.
Salute my brother Yankee Kyle. Wow. See, I heard that there were needles in his arm. You know, I mean, there's so many different.
So many stories.
Yeah. You hear that. You know, it's like a snowball. Somebody thinks it, they say it just rolls around. 2 people repeat it, and you know. But this guy, how did you get all this information with all these years, Paul? Who do you interview for stuff like this?
Oh, I interviewed. Well, I mean, I did a lot of research. You know, this was before the internet. I went to Washington, the Library of Congress, and you know, to get stuff. I had followed Muhammad Ali. I was his biggest fan from 1960 until 1978. And when he lost to Leon Spinks, I said, okay, it's time to retire. And then I just had this epiphany that, because I had done a lot of research, and I realized that I couldn't think of anyone, current, past, or even present now, who stood a reasonable chance of beating Sonny other than Muhammad Ali.
And he did in a certain way.
And what the more you learn, the more intrigued you were, and you just the hole got bigger and bigger and bigger. Was it like this is an amazing man? I have to do more in-depth study on him. And who do you go see?
Well, I didn't know much about him as a person. Now, you know, it was very hard to find information as a person. I mean, I talked to some of his relatives. I talked to some guys who knew him in St. Louis, a couple of mob guys, Barney Baker, Willie Reddish's son. He knew a lot about him. Lem Banker, I spoke with Ash Resnick. So I did a lot of original research that nobody else did. I could have talked to a lot more people, but I was working most of that time too. So it was kind of hard for me to travel. I really regret not talking to people like Cleveland Williams, you know, who died a horrible death. Because I would have loved to hear what he had to say about those 2 fights. And I would have loved to have given some money. This guy, I mean, he was run over. He died in a car accident as a pedestrian. And at the time, he was carrying his tattered suitcase. I mean, really? That's a shame.
Wow.
I just had to urinate. I'm sorry.
What color?
I should have turned away.
What color was Sonny Liston's iconic boxing trunks?
Sorry.
1 were they white, 2 were they red, 3 were they blue, or 4 were they black? Sonny's iconic boxing trunks.
I don't know. What color was Sonny? Was it white and black? You know more than I. He's waiting for me to answer it because he already knows.
No, I don't want to give away the answer.
Yeah, you already know.
Yeah, you're part of the game, Tim. You can take a guess.
White and White and black?
No, were they white? Were they red? Were they blue? Or were they black? One color. Hurry up. Paul, close. Okay, Paul, what color were Sonny's iconic
He
trunks?
knows. He knows.
They were white.
Okay.
White?
Although in the Lewiston fight, he wore black trunks, which was kind of a
The
precursor of what was going to happen.
the trivia game told me that there was black trunks. No?
No, he always no. He wore white trunks. He wore black at the Lewiston fight, like I say. But for the Clay fight, he wore white. And I think for both Patterson fights, he wore white. I may be mistaken, but
Well,
okay.
most people.
So that's the second question that they had the wrong answer.
Okay. Sonny Liston had a famously intimidating stare used during which pre-fight ritual? 1 was at the weigh-in, 2 was at the walkout, 3 was at the press conference, or 4 was at the glove inspection. He had a very intimidating stare, in which he used at which pre-fight ritual?
I guess weigh-in. I don't know.
Okay, Tim says 1. Let's wait till the rest of the people get their answers in there. The brain slows down used to opiates. The brain forgets to tell. Oh yeah, man. You don't want to mess with those opiates. Believe me, I tussled with those devils for years, and they always win. Okay, man. What was it, Paul?
Well, it was at the weigh-in, but even more important was when he was in the center of the ring receiving instructions. A lot of guys, knew they could not win the fight. Well, they knew it when they walked into the ring with him. But his stare, he didn't have to.
Yeah, he had a mean.
That was his look. That was his look. I mean, the man had a great smile. And there's a lot of pictures on the internet
Like
now where he was smiling.
But he would scare those opponents half to death at that weigh-in.
Yeah, and Clay turned the tables on at the weigh-in. He started acting crazy, and the only people Sonny Liston was afraid of were crazy people, and he thought Ali was crazy, just out of his cotton picking mind, as Geraldine said.
Geraldine, the comedian.
No, his wife.
What was Sonny Liston's amateur boxing record? 1 was he 60 wins and 2 losses.
Geraldine.
2 was he 54-4. 3 was he 52-5, or 4 was he 48-6. Sonny's amateur record.
Oh, I don't know.
Would a guess? I'm sure there's going to be a lot of guesses out here, or a lot of Googlings out here, but
I don't know where these answers came from.
And it seems like you should know. You've been really.
I sent them all to you. I didn't I didn't think of those all myself.
No, I don't know where this came from because, for one thing, I don't think Sonny had very many amateur fights. He certainly didn't have that many.
Okay, well, what they say in here is like watch. I'm just going to ask my phone and see what my phone says. We'll put this on. We'll see what the correct answer. Nobody guessed 50-4. Let me see what the what Google says. How many amateur fights did Sonny Liston have?
Here's what I found.
Usually they tell me. A brief amateur career that lasted less than a year. Chicago Golden Glove, but they're not showing any record though.
And there's no way in the world he fought 5 times a month. Okay, 6 times a month. I have never seen that before. So.
Well, good thing this isn't a hat.
Yeah, he had a lot of fights in prison, but those weren't counted in his record, and he never lost one in prison. In fact, they used to he ran out of people to fight in Jefferson City Prison, and And one of the priests said they would take him around the state to other prisons to fight the best guys in other prisons. And they would sometimes put 2 or 3 people in the ring against him. He was a tough guy.
A triple threat match?
He was a tough,
damn.
you know.
Gloves?
I heard stories.
I mean, if you're the toughest guy in prison, you are tough. You know.
Sonny Liston fought professionally how many different decades? 1, was it 2 decades? 2, was it 3? 3, was it 1? Or 4, was it 4? How many different decades is Sonny Liston fighting? Just got to think a bit. First and last.
Most of these questions, you know, I haven't done research on, so I probably wouldn't be able to answer.
Don't worry about it, champ.
No, I haven't. I'm getting ready to go.
Me either.
Go in a little bit, okay?
I'm learning.
A little sick.
I'm learning like crazy over here. Paul knows Sonny Liston. I'm learning a lot from just listening to him, and also my esteemed chat over here. That they know their stuff. Most of them do anyway.
3.
Okay, Paul. What's the correct answer?
It's 3.
He
3.
fought,
He fought his first fight was in 1953.
Wow.
His last fight was June 29th, 1970. So 3 decades.
3 decades. Let's see how many people got that one right. 58% said 3, 15% said 1, 29% said 2. So I mean, assume nothing in this game. Oh, let's take a look at the leaderboard here while we're here. I missed it at the 20th. I must not be paying attention. So let's bring it up here, and we'll see who's hanging in and making the grade over here. Sonny Liston Trivia on the night of his passing. Money Mitch is still in first place. Mosaic. Oh no, he's tied. Mosaic's creeping up. It's a tie, but Money Mitch has been pressing the button quicker. But all computers have different speeds. So I don't know how much weight we put in that. But Christopher's hanging in with 13. My sister Green Eyes with 13. Liston Unfit Boxing Page with 13. Art Garfunkel with 11. D-Ray in here. Jose Diaz. Angel Diaz. Jose's in here with 2.
Famous names.
Paul Driscoll. J. Marie Moore. Lemmy Audit. Caesar G. And Yankee Kyle. Salute to both of you cats. I didn't even see you in here, man. But thank you for coming in. Trivia over here with Terrible Tim and Paul Driscoll and Paul Gallender. Man, we got Paul Driscoll over there on Facebook watching us. But let's resume this game. Sonny Liston Trivia. Question number 23 coming up. What was Sonny Liston's primary weapon in the ring? 1, was it the uppercut? 2, was it the right hook? 3, was it the left jab? Or 4, was it a body shot? What was his primary weapon in the ring?
I can't remember. I think it might have been right hand, I think. Left
If
hook.
you had fought him, you'd remember.
Now my stomach a little upset. If I would have fought him, just thinking about it right now. Woo.
Excuse me for a minute. Yeah, get rid of some of that congestion in my lungs. All right. The correct answer, Paul. He had one like
His
a
jab.
telephone. Legendary.
That's right.
The correct answer is number 3. And hey, Tim, somebody's busting your nuts out there. They said, come on, Tim, the left jab, buddy. I think you got to go give him a little left-right comment.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah, he did have a a jab. Sonny Liston.
Maybe one of the best in boxing history.
No, it was
You should
the
set up
hardest
for it.
jab.
You should set up for it.
He controlled his fights with it. I mean, and the problem with the jab, as powerful as Sonny's, is he would knock people back with it. So he had to advance. You know, he couldn't follow up with another punch most of the time because the guy would be out of range because he got knocked backwards.
Okay.
And he did have a complete arsenal too. He had the left hook. He had the overhand right and body shots on top of it. But primarily, Sonny is known historically for having an amazing right hand. Next question is up here, man. I've been leaving it up here. How did a young Sonny Liston get his money to be reunited with his mother and his siblings? One, did he shine shoes? Two, he sold stolen pecans. Three, he robbed a local numbers runner. Or four, he mugged old ladies. Now, I don't know how correct mine is on here, but this is Sonny was abandoned by his mother and his siblings, and he needed the money to go track him down, go live with him. And how did he get that money? Am I? We'll see. We'll see what the answer is, and then Paul, tell us, man. Is this a bullshit question?
The story is, as the story goes, he thrashed some pecans off of a tree and sold them and for a bus ticket. I don't know that was true. It's because the mythology, Sonny wanted people to think that he was a lot younger than he really was. And so supposedly at the age of 13 in 1945, yeah, he stole some pecans and went to St. Louis to find his mother.
I heard he stole from his brother, from his brother-in-law too. Was it?
No, I never heard that.
No. Well, see, today when I was putting the questions together, I did a little more reading on it, and it said it was his brother-in-law's or his wife's his uncle's pecan farm. Well, anyway, we got that one right. Nobody gets this one right. The computer won this one, and you know what I got to do when the computer wins one?
I'm gonna do one more, okay?
All right.
Feel a little.
Thanks for coming on.
Oh man, I would have stayed on a little bit longer. I feel a little woozy. I didn't get nothing to eat, so I'm gonna lay down and then get up.
Don't let that blood sugar.
I worked out today. I worked out and stuff, and I forgot to eat, bro. So what I did was I drank a little bit of wine, and I've been feeling like this before I called. I drank a little bit of wine and stuff, and
you get your rest.
some food in me, but I got to lay down. I'm gonna lay down and then get back up. But I'm all right. I worked out today. I tried to eat, but I didn't. I came on.
I'll give you a buzz tomorrow, champion. You get a good night's sleep, man, and go get something to eat. Give Shania a big kiss, and I'll see you later, bro.
I will. Love you guys. Talk to you later.
All right, man. Peace out.
I'm going right down. I'm gonna lay right over there and then get up and get me an egg white. Or I shouldn't eat it, but that's what's here. I'm gonna get that and toast it in about a couple of hours. But I'm gonna lay right down right now. Talk to you guys later. Thank you.
All right, man. Peace.
All right, peace.
What age was Sonny Liston when he reportedly started boxing? 1, was he 22 years old? 2, was he 20 years old? 3, was he 18? Or 4, was he 16? How old? Oh, man, that's what happened there. There you go. There we go. Okay, Paul, how old was Sonny when he first started boxing?
Well, none of the above.
None of the above? Whoa.
He first started boxing in 1934, where he had a fight that was scheduled, and there was a write-up in the East St. Louis Journal in 1934, and his nickname at the time was Sailor Liston, and there was a picture, and it was a spitting image of Sonny. Now, I think he was born no later than 1919. So technically, he started when he was 15. If you believe that what he said, that he was born in 1932, so it would have been 20 years old because he got out of jail in 1952 or early 1953. So I don't. Yeah, that.
Why do a lot of people say he was 22 when he started?
Well, the 1940 census lists that he was born in 1930, I think. And Sonny he usually said he was born in 32. Occasionally he said he was born in 33. And he even said he was born in 1934. But like I say, it's not good to start a boxing career in your mid-30s. A lot of the people around, and he looked younger, and a lot of the because people who fought him would have thought, this guy's an old man. Why should I be that afraid of him? So he didn't want anybody to know his actual age. They might not have let him fight. 1953. What? He's 34 years old. To start his career. In some states, that was too old to fight. So, if they probably the closest, I understand why people would say 20. I would say that the correct answer would be 20, but it's not the correct answer.
What was Sonny Liston's stance on media and interviews? 1, only for big fights. 2, neutral. 3, loved them. Or 4, avoided them. Sonny Liston's stance on media and interviews. Let's see what we're saying up there, man. I think I saw, who did I see come in here, man? I saw a couple of new faces bopping in here, man, enjoying the game. Well, anyway.
Sonny would avoid them as much as he could.
Okay.
But he would give, if he didn't like the questions, he would just not answer them. Sometimes he would close his eyes and pretend to be sleeping. And the reason he didn't want to talk to the media is because they focused on 2 things: his criminal record, which he had one, and the fact that the mob had their hooks into him. So with those 2 strikes against him, that's all the media focused on. He got tired of that. Why don't you talk about, why wouldn't they talk about something else? And so he would be combative, and, he would look at them and he discouraged a lot of questions, but there were only a few personalities that he liked. Most of them were either female or black, with the exception of Jack Olson, the great Sports Illustrated writer and author, and Jack McKinney, who was a sports writer in Philadelphia. But other than that, black sports writers or women.
Which mob figure was rumored to have ties to Sonny Liston? 1, was it Meyer Lansky? 2, Lucky Luciano? 3, Frankie Cabo? Or 4, Bugsy Siegel?
I'll bet you a lot of people get this one.
Okay, well, let's see here, man. You've got I'm seeing answers all over the place. I'm seeing 4s and 3s. I'm seeing a 1. Hey, not so as a matter of factly. But like I said earlier, man, I do these because it's a learning experience. I got a lot of these YouTube historians that come on here and they say, I don't get any of your answers right on those things, man. How come they're so hard? I'm like, because they're not hard. You call yourself a historian and you can't even come in here and ace that trivia game, man. Come on, take that tag off your name. But it's a learning experience. That's why I like doing it. But the window's closing. Oh, wait a minute. I've got it on pause. Okay, what's the correct answer on this one?
Frankie Cabo, Mr. Gray.
Number 3. Mr. Gray is why Mr. Gray?
He ran boxing for the mob. He and his chief lieutenant Frank Blinky Palermo. And this guy was a killer. It was rumored, in fact, FBI people said that it was Frankie Cabo who shot Ben Siegel.
With the rifle in California.
And it may have been him. He was a killer. He was a killer for Murder Inc. Murder Incorporated.
Only 34% guessed Frankie Cabo. 17% said Meyer Lansky. 50% said Bugsy. But Frankie Cabo, correct answer.
Yeah, Siegel was dead by the time Sonny started his career.
What was the brand of gloves that Sonny Liston preferred to use? 1, was it Title? 2, Grant? 3, Everlast, or 4, Cleto Rees? What brand of gloves did Sonny prefer? Now, is this a legit question, or is this just one that they threw in there?
Well, the question is legit. The answers are not.
Ooh. Okay, let's well then, doesn't matter what they're guessing, so what's the correct answer?
Sonny liked to wear Fragers, Frager. In fact, at the weigh-in, Sonny had to have gloves specially made because his fists were so big. And the commissioners in Illinois for the first Patterson fight wouldn't let him wear the gloves he wanted. And as he was leaving, and I think he ended up wearing Everlast, but as he was leaving, he went over to Sammy Frager and said, "Sammy, don't worry. After I win the title, I'm going to wear your gloves," because those were what he preferred. And Sammy started to cry.
And how how's the end of it? Cause I never heard of Fragger gloves. Did any other fighters? Or was it?
There were a couple, but I only know that because of the research that I did on the Patterson fight.
Interesting. Well, everybody had Everlast.
Well, I don't know. He probably wore Everlast a lot of times, but
probably when he fought Ali, because people just recognize that because there's so many pictures of him fighting Ali. But 100% said that one. The AI who put this game out said that one. So, but they're all wrong. So,
yep.
Okay, there you go, man. This is the real deal over here. Next question. What year did Sonny Liston make his professional debut? If you've been paying attention, you would have already gotten this one right. 1, was it 1957? 2, 1955. 3, 1953. 4, 1949. Let's see the correct answers out there. See, whenever it takes a little while like that, I got a feeling that they're talking to their AI or something like that, or Googling it. You don't have to, man. Just take a guess. Paul already gave us the correct answer to this one. He gave us the date and everything and the year. And even my half-shrunk brain can remember it.
Yeah, it was 53.
1953, the correct answer, the year before I was born. Number 3, how many got that one right? 50% got that one right.
Fought a guy by the name of Don Smith. I think the fight lasted 33 seconds.
Wow. So he was fed a lot of easy fights when he early in his career.
No, he wasn't.
He wasn't.
He wasn't. I think his 6th or 7th professional fight, he fought John Summerlin, who was a really good fighter. I think he was ranked as a light heavyweight at the time. Sonny beat him twice. He beat him twice in Detroit, Summerlin's hometown. And so the mob wanted to test Sonny, and they did. And ironically, Summerlin, like a year after he fought Liston, he made it into the heavyweight rankings because he was a good fighter. His record was like 19-1-1 when Sonny fought him. Sonny was 6-0.
He was definitely not given easy fights to pad his record early on.
Yeah.
Which film featured archival footage of Sonny Liston? 1, was it When We Were Kings? 2, was it Raging Bull? 3, was it Cinderella Man? Or 4, was it Ali? Let's see how long was Sonny in jail? Quick question out there for you. How long did Sonny Liston spend incarcerated?
I think about 2.5.
2.5 years?
2.5 years the first time. And then when he had that police officer in 1956, he spent 9 months in the city workhouse.
All right, let's see how many people got this. All right, Paul, what's the correct answer here? Which film featured the archival footage of Sonny Liston?
It was When We Were Kings. I just watched most of that a couple of nights ago because I wanted to see what they had. I had watched it before, but I had forgotten. And there was a very brief amount of footage in there of Sonny. But that would be the correct answer.
Most people guessed that one. 34% said Ali.
Yeah, I don't think there was any footage.
Sonny Liston was known for having exceptionally large what? 1, was it shoulders? 2, hands? 3, feet? Or 4, chest? If you were paying attention, you would have already gotten this one too, man, because Paul spoke on this one earlier. This was one freakish individual. And I think he mentioned size 15 and a half. That'll be a hint. I guess that could be his body.
And that wasn't the only large part of his body. But it's the one you can talk about. And the thing is, when anybody saw his hands, you never forget them. People that shook hands with him. I remember Ali's first wife, when she saw his hands, she said, I've never seen anything like that. They were like, some people referred to them as like hams. I mean, it was tough. It was tough getting his fist.
Is there a wax figure of Sonny in one of the wax museums that's like pretty accurate to scale?
Yeah, there was. And it began to decompose,
No.
He traded the London Wax Museum for his statue. I forget the name of the person who has it. But it was pretty long.
Shout out my brother Jay Hardcore, Hollow Davis, Technique. Welcome to trivia, man. We're around we're a little more than half done here, but what was Sonny Liston's longest winning streak? 1, was it 40 fights? 2, was it 33 fights? 3, 28 fights? Or 4, 25 fights? We'll let the peanut gallery get their guesses in there, and then we'll get the experts correct answer on here. I'm seeing mostly number 4s up there.
I'm not sure of this one. Because he lost his first fight, I think, in his 8th fight. And after the Ali fight, he fought another 16, 17 times. So 25. I think it's either 25 or 28. I don't believe it's 33. But it's easy enough.
Yeah.
Easy.
We'd have to go to Box Rec and count them one at a time. I don't feel like doing that now. But not you don't think it was that many, huh?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Next question. Who became Sonny Liston's manager in 1962? 1, was it Tex Rickard? 2, was it Jack Millian? 3, was it Don King? Or 4, was it Bob Arum? This is another one. I'm just taking the what I read in the trivia for the correct answer on this one. But we'll let the audience participate a bit in here. And we'll see where we're at. Hey Jay, did you get that email I sent you? I sent you the it's something about the Maryland cannabis culture. It's really cool, man. Check it out. I think you'll like it. But what's the correct answer? What's the correct answer? Jack Nyland. Jack Nyland.
Yeah.
100% got that one right, man. You guys are smart in here, I'll tell you.
Yeah, there's a big story behind that too. I don't want to go into it though.
Sonny Liston appeared on the cover of which magazine in 1962? 1, was it Time magazine? 2, was it Sports Illustrated? 3, was it Life? Or 4, was it Esquire? Let's see. Let's see. In fact, if you were here from the beginning, I think that was one of the backdrops for the one of the questions, or for one of the early whatever's we did. Happen type salute, man. Okay, what was it,
Yeah.
Paul? What was the correct
Sports
answer on this?
Illustrated. Yeah,
Sports
Sports
Illustrated.
Illustrated. He was
Oh,
on the cover about 9 times of Sports Illustrated. He was on Esquire's once, very famous cover, and Life magazine he was on once, I think. Time, no, 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 no.
75% got that one right. Christopher's on board with that one. Little green eyes P. 13% said Life. 13% said Esquire. Question number 35 coming up, and we'll take a look at the leaderboard after this. Who surprisingly knocked out? Who surprisingly knocked out Sonny in his next to the last fight? Who surprisingly knocked out Sonny in his next to the last fight? One, was it Leotis Martin? Two, was it Chuck Wepner? Three, was it Cassius Clay? Or four, was it Amos Lincoln? Who surprisingly starched Sonny Liston? BVO, salute, brother.
I remember watching that fight. I felt so bad. I mean, it was so stunning. Howard Cosell actually kept his mouth shut for a while. You know, Howard Cosell think he needed to talk all the time.
Yeah, this is a mind-boggling fight, and Amos and it was, of course, it was Leotis Martin, and Leotis Martin, he never fought again. He got such a beating in that fight. Is that not correct?
Yeah, well, he came down with a detached retina, which is really too bad because he was in line for some big money fights. A couple of things about that fight. December of 1969, Sonny was at least 50 years old, and he took the fight on 2 weeks' notice. George Foreman will tell you that he was sick with a cold, but he took the fight because he had been promised a shot at Joe Frazier if he won that fight, and that's why he took it. And he just ran out of gas.
Wow.
Yes. Oh, God.
Only 45% said got Leotis Martin, 45% said Chuck Wepner, 12% said Cassius Clay. Well, like I said, I was going to go to the leaderboard, see who's hanging in here, who's doing who's going to win the first prize. Mosaic with 26 correct so far, bro. Good for you, man. Liston's Unfit Boxing page with 24. You guys are almost neck and neck. Little Green Eyes P, my sister's been hanging in. And it's late over there across the pond, man. It's got to be 3 o'clock in the morning over there. Irish Christopher, another guy, 3 o'clock in the morning. I guess we got the Nighthawks in here. Art Garfunkel, salute to you, brother. Money Mitch, D-Ray, Jose Diaz, Angel Diaz. Same guy, 2 accounts. Thank you for the views, brother. Technique, Paul Driscoll, J. Marie Moore, BVO, Hardcore J, Lemmy Audit U, Caesar G, Yankee Kyle, Haplotype, and Damon Joe, man. Appreciate you cats coming in here, man. I got a celebrity with me, man. Paul Gallender, man. He's the man with Sonny Liston. I'm getting an education here, and I'm enjoying the hell out of it, man. Let's get to the next question. Sonny Liston fought how many total professional bouts? One, was it 62? Two, was it 58? 3, 54, or 4, 49? Peace out, Howard Davis. Thank you for stopping by, brother. Have a good night. I know, Haplo, man. Sorry, bro. I put the notices out. It's a 50-question game over here, and hey, come and go. Take a few guesses. Get educated a little bit, and give us a thumbs up. We appreciate you for it. How many professional fights does Sonny Liston have, Paul?
54.
Question, the correct answer, number 3, 54. Let's see how many got this one right. Man, 67% got that one right. Art and Liston, you guys got our first 2 in there. 58% said, 34% said 58. The correct answer, 54. Next question. What was Sonny Liston's reputation outside the ring? Was he reclusive? 2, was he intimidating? 3, was he friendly? Or 4, was he charismatic? What was Sonny's reputation outside the ring?
Well, he had 2 reputations. One with people who didn't know him, and the people who knew him had an entirely different take on his personality and his reputation.
But if you had to put one guess in there, what would you put?
Oh, it's intimidating. It's intimidating. I mean,
but almost all of the above. He was friendly. He was charismatic, and he was reclusive?
If you met, well, yeah, he was. But Bruce, if you met him, you would have liked him, and you would have been proud to call him your friend. It's just he didn't like sports writers. He didn't like police. He didn't like the powers that be, because they discriminated against him. He never got a license to fight in New York. And a matter of fact, the State Athletic Commission chair, a guy by the name of Melvin Krulwich, he would not even let Sonny be introduced at a fight at Madison Square Garden when he wasn't fighting. Wouldn't even let him be introduced. God, I wish some of these people were still alive, so I could have a discussion with them. Yeah.
Which documentary explored Sonny Liston's life and career? One, was it Pariah, The Life and Deaths of Sonny Liston. 2, Kings of the Ring. 3, Facing Ali. Or 4, Boxing Legends.
Yeah, there's a good story behind this too.
Well, let these cats put their answer in there first.
But the guy who did it, he called me and he said, I read your book. I read it twice. And he started picking my brain. But he didn't want to pay me. He didn't want to officially use my book. So they said, we don't have any more money. We're going to be ready in like 4 months. So I sent them a letter saying, no, you can't use anything from my book or anything that I told you, with the exception, I gave him the phone numbers of 3 people. Willie Reddish Jr., Helen Liston, his oldest niece, and Bill Wingate. And I was happy I did that, because both Helen got in that documentary and Bill Reddish. It ended with Bill Reddish. He was a fine man, one of the finest people I ever met. So it was Pariah. And they ended up paying Sean a sale, which is fine, good. But I'm telling you, that documentary only scratched the surface. The good thing about it, it was fairly sympathetic to Sonny for the first time. But I don't know why, everybody wants to know what happened on various things about Sonny Liston, but, they all wonder, but they don't want to.
What you have to do is, you got to touch wires with Turkey Al Sheik. I think he would be more than happy to finance a film and do, this is the man who loves boxing, and I think you should use all your connections to try to reach out to this guy and see if he's interested in.
Is that the guy who bought Ring Magazine?
Yes. Let's get to the next question. Question number 39. What was Sonny Liston's zodiac sign? I mean, back in the 70s, this might get you laid. 1, was it Taurus? 2, was it a Scorpio? 3, is he a Leo? Or 4, is he an Aries? What was Sonny's zodiac sign? Let's see those answers come in there, man. We're closing up on the winner over here. It's real close. Don't get shy now, man. Keep hitting those buttons. Even if you don't know, you got a 25% chance of getting the right answer. Hey, Damien Joe, good to see you, brother. What was Sonny Liston? What was he, Paul? I have no idea.
Well, the month and day that was most often given as his birthday, I believe, was January 8th. Now, what is January? What would that be? On the, I'm a Pisces, but I don't really know the calendar.
I think that would be the that's an Aquarius, isn't it? Doesn't even have the right ones on here. Now is that it would it would be either an Aquarius or a Capricorn, because right now it's Capricorn, but after Capricorn is Aquarius, and that's in January. So
occasionally his birthday was given as 8th also. But he didn't know what day he was born. He knew what year he was born. He didn't know the day. He didn't have a birth certificate.
well, this game says Taurus, so we'll have to give it to the Taurus people because, like you said, nobody knows. Nobody knows the day he was born or exactly the day he died. Which famous author besides Paul wrote about Sonny Liston? One, was it Truman Capote? Two, was it Norman Mailer? Three, was it Hunter S. Thompson? Or four, was it Ernest Hemingway? And how do you think this particular author treated Sonny Liston without mentioning his name?
I'm sure he had a lot of respect for him. He didn't really write anything. I don't believe he did a piece solely about Sonny, but he followed boxing. So in whether it was the Patterson fight or one of the two Ali fights, it would be Norman Mailer. Back in the late 70s, I was living in Sacramento, and Hunter S. Thompson came to Davis to give a speech. And he opened it up to questions from the audience. And he got really tired of the questions. He was insulting people. I stood up and I said, this was right after the first Ali Spinks fight. And I said, who do you think won the Ali Spinks fight? I'll never forget. He said, that's the first intelligent question I've heard tonight.
Man, Hunter S. Thompson, Norman Mailer, what a group of authors you hang with, man. Sonny Liston's first professional loss came against which boxer? Well, your peers anyway, brother. One was Marty Marshall, two Joe Frazier, three Jerry Quarry, four Cassius Clay. Sonny's first professional loss came against which boxer?
Well, I already gave that answer.
Yeah, if you haven't paying attention, you get this one too. But this was a fluke, like Paul said, man. They would put him in there with anybody. He didn't know who he was going to fight. Yeah, can you imagine today if he was coddled under like a Bob Arum or brought up like that? Oh my goodness, man.
Yeah, it was obviously Marty Marshall.
Obviously, Marty Marshall. I got to wait for the thing to finish tabulating. Then I can move on. We're almost done here. We only have 8 more questions. What was Sonny Liston's ranking on the Ring Magazine's list of greatest punches? One was he the 25th, 2 was he the 20th, 3 was he the 15th, or 4 was he the 10th? I know you're shaking your head, but this is already carved in stone.
Yeah. Joe Louis said when he was asked about Sonny, he says, Sonny hurts you whenever and wherever he hits you. Joe was asked how he would have fought Sonny. He said, well, I wouldn't have jabbed with him. So I believe Ring ranked him 15th. Nobody hit harder than Sonny Liston. He hit hard with all 4 punches. So,
the correct
what can
answer,
you do?
The correct answer for sure, man. 15th. 58% got this one right. Art and Haplo on there, man. Question number 43. What venue hosted the Sonny Liston Floyd Patterson rematch? 1, was it in Yankee Stadium? 2, Madison Square Garden. 3, the Las Vegas Convention Center. Or 4, Caesar's Palace. Sonny Liston Floyd Patterson.
I don't believe Caesars was even built at the time.
The correct answer? Tell them.
Yep. Las Vegas.
The Las Vegas Convention Center, number 3. Let's see how many got
Shecky
that.
Green.
Shecky Green.
Lem Bank. Shecky Green was between shows. He did his first show. He hopped in a cab to go to the convention center. He said, "Wait here for me. This won't take long." And the fight took 2 minutes and 10 seconds, and he was back in plenty of time for his second show.
This won't take long.
No, he never could get a license to fight in New York.
That's a shame. What year did Sonny Liston face Muhammad Ali in the first time? Another simple one going down the line here. Well, the first fight, February 25th, 1966, right. 1965, 1964, or 1963?
Yeah.
Let's see how many are paying attention. You got to pay for something. I'm not getting any super chats in here, so at least pay attention.
Ironically, February 25th, J. Marie Moore's birthday.
Whoa. Oh. There ain't no coincidence.
My birthday was the next day, and I remember sitting there on the couch. My mom was setting up for her friends to come over and play mahjong. And I was the only kid in high school, at least in my junior year of high school in 1964, who picked Cassius Clay to beat Sonny Liston. Not because I knew anything about boxing, because I didn't. I just loved him so much. And I felt good.
88% got that one right, 1964. Question number 45. What was Sonny Liston's birth year according to Sonny? 1 was at 1938, 2 was at 1935, 3 was at 1932, or 4 was at 1929?
I think we'll get 100% this one.
Let's see. According to Sonny, what year was he born? No. What do you mean it only counts one answer? You mean because your name wasn't in there? It only like puts the first 2 up there, but it tabulates it though. Hap, don't worry, you're not getting shortchanged here.
Yeah, 1932.
1932. The correct answer number 3. 1932. Let's see how many people got this one right. None.
No.
Oh, 88%. First it said none, then it came up. Weird. Computers do freaky things to you, man. Mine is I got security cameras around my house run by that computer, and they're all giving me different pictures and everything now, renaming the cameras. I think somebody's going to either break in or I'm getting hacked somewhere. But anyway, man, let's get to question number 46 as we close in on the end of this fantastic trivia game and educational seminar here. What was the outcome of Sonny Liston's final professional bout? 1, was it a win? 2, no contest. 3, a loss, or 4, a draw? Sonny's last professional contest. We're not even asking you specifically. What was it? A win, a loss, a draw, or a no contest?
He never had a no contest.
Never had a no contest.
And he never had a draw.
You ever hear that Mark Knopfler, Sonny Liston song? It's pretty good. Uh-huh. I like it. You like it? Me too, man.
Yeah, no, good.
Every once in a while, it comes on my earbuds, and when I'm taking my walk, and it's like I dig it. I dig Mark Knopfler more now. 38% got that one with a win. 68% said a loss. Sonny's, I guess, one of the rare guys who goes out with a win. Not too many ex-heavyweight champs. What was the main criticism of Sonny Liston's reign as champion? 1, weak opponents. 2, poor technique. 3, lack of charisma. Or 4, few defenses. What was his main criticism of his reign as champion?
Yeah, and it's the main reason why a lot of people refuse to rate him highly. But people have to remember, he destroyed a very good heavyweight division on his way to the title. And in 1960 alone, he knocked out Cleveland Williams for a second time in 2 rounds. He knocked out Zora Foley in 3 rounds, 28 seconds into the 3rd round. He knocked out Roy Harris in 2 minutes and 35 seconds in the 1st round after Roy Harris won 12 rounds with Floyd Patterson. And he also fought Eddie Machen, who had an injured right arm. So all he did was run and tried to piss Sonny off, which he did.
Great.
And that was the fight. That was the fight that Cassius Clay used to prepare himself to fight Liston, the Machen fight.
And what's the correct answer to this one?
2 defenses. He had one successful defense.
See, this one said lack of charisma. That was his biggest criticism during his championship reign, lack of charisma. So,
well, it depends how you define charisma, because if Sonny Liston was in a room, he was the center of the room. You would not be unaware of his presence. He had a presence. That's what Norman Mailer said about him. He was a presence. He was.
Sonny Liston was part of which era in boxing? Was it the pre-war era, 2, the post-war era, 3, the modern era, or 4, the golden age of heavyweights? I'm not sure what how we can justify the correct answer on this one, but
right.
We'll give it a go. Let's see how many the answers start rolling in. Well, how would you answer this question?
Well, it's probably 3. I don't think, because the golden age of heavyweights generally is the 70s. So it would be the modern era or post-war era. I'm not sure. I've never really.
Weird question. I should have asked this one too, but I didn't. But
so they're saying that golden heavyweights.
They're saying the golden era of heavyweights. Haplo agreed with them.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, the golden age of heavyweights was whatever era Muhammad Ali and Sonny Liston fought in, the 2 greatest heavyweights of all time. And I'll defend that position all day long.
Sonny Liston was the youngest heavyweight champion to die. True or false? On this day, 54 years ago. Whew.
Well, the problem with this question is on his gravestone, it would say he's 38, born in 32, died in 70. But he was at least 50 when he died. So the answer is going to be probably true.
But in reality, debatable. So let's see how many
people. He was not born in 1932. There's no doubt about that.
The mystery man. And you probably have people who come in here and will debate you till the day they die too.
I in my book, I've got about 1,000 words devoted to his age, because there's a lot of anecdotal information, with birthdays from the St. Louis Police Department. I think had his birthday as 1927. The FBI in their files had his birth year as 1928. A lot of people thought he was born in 1923. He was an old man when he won the title.
Last but not least, the last question. When Sonny died, he was ranked by Ring Magazine. 1, was he unranked? 2, was he ranked 7th? 3, was he ranked 3rd? Or 4, was he ranked 2nd? When he died, what was he ranked by Ring Magazine?
Yeah, keep in mind, over the age of 50, and he was still ranked. Nobody would fight him.
Unbelievable, huh?
He couldn't fight in the United States for 3 years. For 3 years.
Where did he fight?
Well, he went to Sweden and had, I think he was supposed to have 4 fights. I think he ended up with 3 because nobody wanted to fight him.
Man. The
Yeah,
correct
but I
answer,
believe
the
was
correct he
7.
was ranked 7th when he died, 58%. Well,
Yeah.
let's see how the people did in here, and like the mystery man, like Haplo's saying out there, these questions shouldn't count clear because no one can prove his age. Hey man, nothing ventured, nothing lost, man. We're not even taking bets over here. Mosaic, man, first place, 37 correct. Liston unfit, down by 1. Art Garfunkel in there, 31 correct. Green Eyes, my sister, with 29. Chris with 28. D-Ray live on the drive coming in with 25. Money Mitch, 17. Jose Diaz. Damien. A lot of you guys came in late, but you got a lot of ones right. Technique. Paul Driscoll, J. Marie, BVO, Hardcore J. Let me order you, Caesar G, and Yankee Kyle. What can I say? Good time over here. A good learning experience for me. My brother Paul Driscoll and Terrible Tim come on and join us. And hey, good way to kill a couple of hours on a cold December night, my brother. Good way to
And
good way
on
to
the
end it.
anniversary.
What's it? I think your mic is just chopping up, but now we don't even care. So
Okay.
you're back on your computer right now?
No, I'm on the phone. Thank you for doing this, Bruce.
Hey man, it was a blast, man. My only regret is I didn't get Jamie to come up and join us, and I hope Tim's doing all right. So we definitely will catch you. We'll definitely catch you again, my brother.
Okay.
Amen. Peace out. Thank you again. Man, that was Paul Gallagher, bro. Great writer. He's got a awesome biography on Sonny Liston. You can see underneath here. You can click to it. Go check it out on Amazon. And this is history right here. This is what I like about boxing. This is what I like to do. And damn, 10:30 already. I was supposed to get a shipment today from UPS. It didn't come in. I'm pissed. I wasn't really. I thought it was going to come in tomorrow, but they said today, so it'll come in tomorrow. But anyway, man, everybody that came here, Facebook's got this. I mean, YouTube's got this thing now where every once in a while I'll lose all my people that chatted. See, from I don't know how it did it, but I can't roll back in the chat and see us all for some strange reason. I wonder if I go in here and do it. Let me see if I can if this works for a second here. Nope, that doesn't work. Oh yeah, it kind of does. Yeah, I can roll back in the chat on this one. But good time to be had by all. I appreciate all you cats who came in here, man. This is Bruce Gass, Boxing, Jazz, and more. And what can I say? Great game. Mosaic, man. Congratulations, and everybody else who played the game. I'm out of here now, man. Peace. Have a great night.